Raise your hand if you believe in the law of attraction. This is a follow-up video to the one that I made called God's Strategy for Removing Donald Trump from Office. So I will put a link to that one in the description box for this one. But I wanted to point out some of the things that are happening in the news with regards to universal energies. Donald Trump is being influenced by demons because his ego has guided him forward down his path, and ego is from the dark. Donald Trump has also chosen to align himself with falsities and the dark. So that's why he is basically the puppet for demons. They are using him to wreak havoc on the United States right now. So that's dark. So what's happening with the light? Because light and dark are universal energies that are constantly battling each other. So because Donald Trump's free will put him here, Donald Trump has chosen to go up directly against the divine. Because the divine is aligned with the truth and the light. So what you're watching is the divine squirt a fire hose of truth in Donald Trump's face. So to Donald Trump, all of these truths being revealed about him are going to be pursued as a bad thing. Because he's aligned with falsities in the dark, he's going to view all these truths flying at him as bad. Well, to the American people, this fire hose of truth that's squirting in Donald Trump's face is a good thing. Because truths are being revealed to us, we're learning more, knowing more, seeing more. This is a good thing. This is a blessing for us, a great truth. Bring the truth forward, let's do this. So we view it as a good thing, but Donald Trump views it as a bad thing. So this is actually the law of attraction for him. This is everything that he is attracted to himself. But we're seeing a lot of things happening. You know, if you turn on the news, you'll see that, Manafort, Cohen, Avenatti, Stormy Daniels, Karen McDougal, the law, everything going after Donald Trump. But, he just keeps lying. I didn't know anything about the Stormy Daniels payment. And it's like, I found out about it later. His story keeps changing. So when Donald Trump lies, he makes himself even more vulnerable. Because if you lie, the light will take advantage of that aspect. Because you're in a vulnerable spot. So the light will take advantage of you if you lie. You'll be in a weaker spot. Another thing is that you're going to see Donald Trump try to regain control of a situation that's out of control. Trying to intimidate Mueller and Sessions and attempt, obstruction of justice, that kind of thing. So you'll see him try to regain control and he won't be able to. Because the situation is just out of his hands now. It's out of control. The light is just going after him full force. And another thing is I heard people saying, midterms are coming up, so things had better calm down, for the midterm elections, because I have to worry about public opinion and, ego, money, power, politics. Well, the divine doesn't play by our rules. So is the fire hose of truth going to slow down because the midterm elections are coming up? Nope. Knowing the divine, the fire hose of truth will probably intensify during that time. Because it's vulnerable. So squirt it at him. Just more truth being revealed. But the light doesn't move backwards. Because I told you the divine was turning up the volume on the law of attraction. And he's turning up the volume slowly. But that dial is going clockwise. It's not going counterclockwise. When he continues to intensify the law of attraction, that fire hose of truth will intensify. So, yeah, the light doesn't move backwards. It's not like, okay, let's stop it. It's the law of attraction is increasing, not decreasing. So, yeah, but it's bad to him, not us. Another thing is that the dark's days are numbered. So it's like a cat being cornered and then the claws come out. And that's when you see the dark working through Donald Trump because they know their days are numbered. So it's like, crap, while we still are in power, we need to do as much damage as we possibly can to the United States before we go down. Before they take our puppet down. Because the dark doesn't care about Donald Trump. The dark isn't his friend. So they're just going to try and use him as their puppet as much as they possibly can before he goes down and loses all of his power. But yeah, so The light isn't going to stop, though. The fire hose will continue to intensify and take him down. But what is this fire hose of truth showing us? What are we learning? We're learning who he is. We're learning about his character. We're learning about his morals or lack thereof. His ego. He's a big cheater. He's disloyal to his wife. He's a liar and a fascist, narcissistic leader. That's all. But we've learned quite a bit about him. And what are we going to do with this knowledge? That's a really good question. What are we going to do with this knowledge? Do we care? Are we just going to brush it under the rug? Are we going to do something about it? Are we going to take back the power? Because the truth is the light, so we're supposed to embrace our truth, not just sit there and watch it like, a parade going by. Like, oh, this is entertaining. Oh, anyway, let's go home. Well, these truths are meant to guide us forward, so we have to embrace them and take action. So, but Donald Trump, since he allowed his ego to guide him forward, Donald Trump is learning lessons about not allowing his ego to guide him forward. When you make decisions based in wanting money, power, status, and ego, well, it begins and ends with your ego. So his name is mud. So his ego guides him forward, and his ego is what's completely obliterated in the end. His name is mud. He won't have an ego left at all. So that's why the divine is making an example out of him. He's saying, don't make egoic decisions. I'm going to make an example out of this guy so that you guys don't make the same mistake. We have to learn from it. But it's, Donald Trump's name is mud, not because of the media or fake news, but because of him, his actions, his words. He put himself here. We command universal energies via our free will decisions, and that's exactly what Donald Trump did. The universe is responding to his free will decisions. That's all it is. You're just seeing the law of attraction and universal energies responding to him. That's all you're seeing right now. That's all you're witnessing. But the light is also really, really aggressive. The raid on Cohen. Let's pull this truth away from this dude. Oh, you're not offering up the truth? Okay, we're just going to go in and get it. Very aggressive in pursuit of truth. There's people turning on Donald Trump. There's no one he can trust right now. He doesn't have any solid personal relationships he can trust. People are coming out of the woodwork. Pecker, the doorman at Trump Tower, the CFO of Trump Organization. This is from the divine. He's also, he's got this loss of resources, losing attorneys who are like, F this, I don't want to deal with this. Rudy Giuliani is one of his attorneys, but Rudy Giuliani, looks like a total idiot. I'm just really sorry that Saturday Night Live has been on hiatus all summer, because I would have loved to see Kate McKinnon play Rudy Giuliani in numerous skits throughout the summer. That would have been very entertaining. And Michael Avenatti is having a field day making fun of him, because Rudy Giuliani and Trump can't keep their lies straight. So they're just performing a circus act right now. And they look like idiots. So, another thing that Michael Avenatti is complaining about is how weak the Democratic Party is right now, how they have no backbone. And they're just too weak to go up against the Republican Party with all these judges and stuff they're allowing through. And so Michael Avenatti's getting really mad at this. And I'm like, of course they're too weak to go up against the Republicans. It's dark versus dark. You've got the Republicans and the Democratic Party both not interested in the interests of the people. They're interested in the interests of their corporate donors, their wealthy donors. That's what they care about. So, no. That's where the divine is looking at that and saying, okay, well, dark and dark are just fighting each other. You guys can fight each other over here. We're going to have the People's Party rise up over here. And, that's where the truth and the power is the People's Party. The People's Party has the power to overtake both the Republicans and the Democrats because, people want and need change. I mean, look at Andrew Gillum in Florida. He's authentic. He's real. People trust him. Look at Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's real. She's authentic. She's a fighter. So it's like these progressives are getting all this attention and all this traction But progressives don't have a place in the Democratic Party. They need to be a third party. And a lot of people think I'm smoking dope when I say a third party prevails. They're like, you're smoking dope, Christine. Third parties don't prevail. That's suicide. It's like, no. The divine is saying it's not suicide. The divine is saying, create a people's party. Please. I'll bring you, if you create a people's party, hey, Bernie Sanders, go lead the people's party. I'll bring you money, power. You'll have universal energies, a law of attraction on your side, because it's Bernie Sanders' life purpose to become president. He's also predestined. The divine has set an intention because he's everybody's highest good, so he can get in there and clean up Donald Trump's mess and get our country back on track and aligned with the truth and the light. So, yeah, it's like if you build it, they will come type of energy. But, yeah, I mean, it's like the People's Party, Bernie Sanders, the progressive, the new, fresh, authentic, genuine energy that we can trust. The people that are fighting for change and have the people and their best interest at heart. Well, that's who we want our government to consist of. Those types of people. And those are the people that have the power. They just need to separate out from the negative entity known as the Democratic Party. Again, I've said this in previous videos, so I'll say it again. What happens when you're with an abusive boyfriend or girlfriend? Suppose you are in this happy, loving, calm state, and your boyfriend or girlfriend is really mean to you and emotionally abusing you and manipulating you. Your boyfriend and girlfriend over here is aligned with the dark. You're aligned with the light. Well, you guys are energetically incompatible. You're not energetic matches for one another. So when two people are not energetically compatible, they need to separate out because one's dark and one's light. So they need to separate out because light and dark don't kick it together on the weekends. How do they separate out? The person aligned with the light makes a decision based in self-love. You're not good for me. You're mean. I don't like you. You make me feel bad about myself. Self-love. Bam. I'm making a decision based in self-love to break up with you. So that's how light and dark separate out from each other, is self-love. So what is Bernie Sanders supposed to do? The Democratic Party is his abusive, girlfriend. So Bernie Sanders needs to make a decision based in self-love and break up with his abusive girlfriend. It's as simple as that. And go where he's appreciated. Nick Braun and the People's Party. Now us, we're supposed to demand a second election because we're being shown so much crap that it's like, oh, the November 2016 election really was a joke. Okay, can we have a new one now? Thanks. That's lovely. And we have the divine behind us because of karma. Our karma is out of balance with the U.S. government, so the divine's trying to balance that out. So we have the power because we were suppressed, and the universe essentially owes us karma. That's the way it works. We have good karma, just so you know. So that's the deal. Keep watching the news, you guys. I mean, bust out the popcorn, pull up a seat and watch the show. And just pay really close attention to what's being revealed to you, because this is Star Wars. You are watching universal energies fight each other. This is Star Wars. So keep watching and just make sure you're paying close attention, because there is definitely a lot to be learned here. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.